Please welcome Tom Thummery. Know that I'm here, and your white privileges are going to save you tonight, okay, guys?
Any government is to monopolize as much violence as possible in order for it to inflict it on as many citizens as possible.
I've been on this like weird anarchist arc for a few months now. This is playing by their rules exactly how they are written, and it's
This is
working.
Rebecca DePietro, former WWE diva, Playboy model, and Miss Hawaiian Tropic 2006. Shit, that was a long time ago. You're watching The Dog and Chicken Show. Like, share, subscribe.
That's right. It's time for The Dog and Chicken Show.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 115 of the Dog and Chicken Show. And ching, already got Binger going to shoot Tony in the head there. Yes, check us out over on Facebook if you wish to support us by sending stars, because we are low down, money hungry, grabbing whatever bastards. But and Tom Foolery jumping in right away.
Hey, Tom.
We'll get straight up to it because it's been a long week. It's been a long day for some of us. It is what it is, but I got a whole list of stories to cram in the next 2 hours for us. So without further ado, I'll just start off with my drinks. We get the drinking words down below. Since a certain team bested our Homer team, I had to get some Iowa whiskey for tonight. And Tony's out. Tony's like, fuck you, I'm out of here. And then I'll jump in. I found I've had the Russell's Reserves, but I haven't had the 10-year yet. So I picked up a bottle of that. We're going to crack open to that bad boy tonight. Tony.
I sipped on the Russell's 10-year yesterday for Thanksgiving. So that's a good choice, son. I just killed off my bottle of Michter's bourbon. So that is in my glass now, and then after that, I think I'm gonna see what I can do damage wise on the Michter's rye.
Nice.
Yes, and thanks. Actually, what I'm drinking on this evening is the Bond and Lillard that the review is incoming. It's okay, and yes, my daughter did paint my nails. My choices were either black or pink, so I made my choices. And yes, welcome one and all here to Big Buckin' Empire, the Dog and Chicken Show. Why are you not already subscribed? Big Buckin' Empire on YouTube. My God, folks. Thank you, Tom Foolery, for the raid. My goodness. And of course, I, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcast cower, Phil KOE of KOE Nation on YouTube, KOE Nation on Twitch, KOE Nation now on TikTok even. This guy pretty much like forced me to do it. Like he was like, thou shalt. But yes, folks, like, share, subscribe right here. Big Buckin' Empire, folks. Follow along with the drinking words. Enjoy every moment of this beautiful, beautiful KOE content. Tony G time and Chicken being the master of the chicken coop here. And with that being said, Chicken, oh master of the chicken coop, good sir. You say you got some interesting things to serve up, and I am curious to hear.
Well, we got to get the football stuff out of the way real quick. So apologize for anybody who's not a Husker football fan, but all three of us born and raised, I know, right, in Nebraska against rival Iowa. Oh God, it was a rough day. Yeah. It was a rough day.
Yeah. No, it was a rough day. I mean, we were trying to get tickets all day yesterday, and they were still like $100+ all day yesterday, and like, holy shit, why? Like, why? They're a 3-win team. Why? I'm like, I guess it's their bowl game because they're not going to a bowl game. Fine. We finally lucked into a couple. My brother that's in the marching band, he found someone with some tickets, hooked us up. Great seats right above the tunnel walk entrance. I mean, couldn't have better seats, really. Got them pretty cheap, and 3/4 of just fantastic fantastic football from Nebraska. I'm like, okay, Jesus, we're finally due, right? It was like 21-9, like everything's looking good, keeping them out of the end zone. And then the fourth quarter hits. And something about this new third to fourth quarter transition that's super hype, pumped up awesomeness, and you can just feel it. Apparently that has the negative effect because we went out and laid a steaming pile of shit in the fourth quarter. It was so fucking bad. Yeah, exactly.
Grow the farm up
until we played like Nebraska. That could not be more true.
Definitely check out Grow the Farm Up on YouTube as well if you're at all interested in sustainable agriculture or carbon sequestration. That guy's got some interesting things to say. Of course, right after you subscribe right here at Big Bucket Empire. What are you doing, folks? And Tom, again, you know, it's some fools in the house. There's some fools running the house as well. So welcome to the show, folks. One and all. God bless them. So, yeah, even I was pulling for the Huskers. All the shit talk that and Tony, I've done some mighty good shit talk this year.
Private shit talking that Phil does with Tony and myself on the side, mainly to Tony because
because it does kind of
Tony falls for the trap all the time.
Like it's kind of like when Tony like goats me with almond milk or something. It's like, and by the time it's like 45 minutes later, I'm like, son of a bitch, like you bastard. But yeah, Huskers is kind of the same. And there was one time Tony's response basically amounted to, Phil, who the fuck asked you? Like it was pretty funny.
There's a few of those.
Well, I mean, no, but to be fair, like that's basically the scenario that you could apply that scenario to anything related to Phil. I'm like, wait a minute. Nobody even asked you, Phil, but you're still going to tell us regardless.
Oh, well, Tony, despite the fact that people haven't even asked, they really need to know. They didn't even know how much they needed to know because like I said last night at the Stream of Extreme over at KOE Nation, I feel KOE and what you all are truly thankful for this season. I mean, like I'm thankful for you, and you are all truly thankful for me. It's a great symbiotic relationship.
This is very true.
But when it came to the Huskers, I was pulling for them too because, like, you know, like my nephew was at the game.
It was out of more of sympathy than it was actually a football game for you. You're just like, oh, I kind of feel bad now.
Well, yeah, because I talked mad shit. Okay, like I was talking like I don't even think a C-class high school football team would have any problem beating the Huskers. And like
even Vegas liked them. Like, and that's just it. Like you said, Grow the Farm Up had the game won until they played like Nebraska. Brennan Roy, what's up, gents? You are looking fine tonight, except for that homeless guy.
Yeah, Phil needs something. Phil's got to have something to do once in a while.
So yeah, here's a good recap. Grow the Farm Up brings up fumble, safety, block, punt, return for TD in like 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. Score flipped 22 points. Smothers looked good until he looked like it. Yes, okay, that's exactly what I was getting to because there's a god of football, and this year he said no, Nebraska. No matter how hard you try, just no, you are not allowed to win.
Fuck you, Nebraska.
We fucking punted the ball backwards. This was the most incredible thing. Fuck the Hawkeyes, Tyler Williams, but thanks for joining us. We punted the ball backwards. Like, this was the most beautiful Sports Center highlight you can imagine. We punted the ball. It goes up, it goes behind the punter, and it falls into the hands of a defender from Iowa, not even looking for it, I don't think. He just had his hands out and let it fall. Like he had magnets in his gloves. And right in, like, as soon as that happened, you're like, okay, the momentum's fucked. So then, yeah, fumbles, safeties. It's just, it immediately, every way they could find to let Iowa score, they did. And what do you know? Down a score with a minute and a half left, Nebraska driving, and here come the refs again. 2 back-to-back plays. They have to review, and the review takes forever. And they got both wrong, frankly.
Yeah, they did.
One went Nebraska's way, one didn't, and it should have been the other way, but whatever. And then, yes, at the end, we proved it's not Adrian Martinez. It's Scott Frost calling these plays, going, no, you go out there and you throw it right to the defender because he threw an Adrian Martinez picture-perfect interception to seal off the loss.
Now, Tony, Chicken, I want you to both, because you guys... Like, Tony, you saw it live. Chicken, I imagine you watched it on television.
Yep.
I listened to the game on 880 KRVN AM radio, the best farm station in the nation. Okay, that was where I listened to it. Now, can you imagine the mind fuck of the commentators trying to describe a field goal or a kick
To
going
Phil.
backwards?
I am actually.
I thought you meant trying to describe a football game to Phil without having
There's
visuals.
that too. But no, like now imagine them trying to describe that. And I just like I had gotten to my destination and I needed to step out of the vehicle and I was just like,
Yeah.
What the flying fuck did they just say? And like, yeah, to me, like I like now granted, you know, they say I don't know anything about football, despite the fact that this college football season, I have a 100% football game prediction rate.
No, you
There are
don't.
stock analysts that don't
you
have.
don't.
No, I said
end of the
Iowa was
day-
the most likely.
No, you called for the upset today. So
No,
even
I
your
said I
perfect
wanted the
prediction-
upset, and Iowa
think
was
I
the
did.
most likely of the three.
No.
But I said it's not going to happen.
No,
I think
no.
I described this conversation just a few minutes ago to where
you did.
Phil says something and Tony takes the bait.
So now you
this is
guys
like
have a good
everyday
idea of
life.
what
Phil
our
just
daily-
says stuff,
Now
and
you
leaves
guys
it
know what our
very
daily
open to
Facebook side chat
interpretation,
looks
so
like.
we can cover
Just it's
all
all
his
day of us
bases.
just.
It is just like this. They're both
Yes,
yelling over
it
each
just
other
does-
the entire
yeah,
time.
You fucking.
Just
You
reaching
don't know
toss
It's like a
shit
fucking-
about apple butter.
and just throwing them against the wall.
It's like a
and seeing
Twitch
what
fucking
sticks.
panel is what it
And
fucking
then
seems
Tony
like.
comes back,
with
Phil,
two
you
people.
don't know whether to scratch your ass or wind your watch when it comes to football. Like, you don't know shit from apple butter when it comes to football. And yeah, it's kind of close to that. But the,
Stars can stop this.
oh, yes. Now, that's the thing, folks. If you
Yeah.
donate stars on Facebook to this show, for every 100 stars you donate, that is a minute that you get to mute Phil KOE. Now, that's the thing. None of you have the temerity. None of you got the guts. None of you got the intestinal fortitude because none of you are brave enough to do that because the king of extreme here cannot be silenced. So, folks, I know many of you thinking, should I do such a thing? There's no way you could ever hope to do such a thing because the king of extreme just simply cannot be silenced. But this is your chance to shut this fucking smiling face up. And I know there's some people like, oh, fine. So, yes, that's something to keep in mind, folks. But you got to donate them stars on the Big Buckin' Empire Facebook page. But now that I'm done with that one particular segment of shameless self-promotion, Chicken, there was something you were wanting to get into this evening. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah. I agree. Husker football season. Glad it's over. Glad that was the last game.
Tony, you look like you have a few more things you wanted to yell.
Oh, I guess this is just in response to Grow the Farm Up. Football God is pissed Nebraska for selling out the good old Big 8. Brilliant philosopher king, as Phil would put it, the Dog and Chicken Show says, the good old Big 8 sold us out for Texas. How'd that work out for the Big 8?
You know, like that was one thing that I always kind of joked that that's just the Texas league. Like why like
Tom, this is why you go by foolery to think that you could shut
That's the,
Phil
you have
up.
the opposite effect.
like all it is is
exactly.
it's
Foolish.
Yes, yeah, like now that that is some Tom.
I do not want to
right
listen to Tom and Phil argue about Nebraska football. Let's go. We'll find them a different
No,
topic.
good God, no. Let's get into our first actual topic
there.
of
We
the
would
show
make
tonight.
that like that would just be like a proxy for
Oh,
some
God.
other greater topic. Like we're using like the Nebraska football as like a proxy for what we think about like Joe Biden or something. And it's like, and I gotta say, Huskers really fell.
Oh
when they did that.
no. There's 490 stars. We'll call that an even 5 minutes for Phil.
Oh, you rapscallion ne'er-do-well. But
Wow.
before I'm muted, I will say this one last thing. Your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer.
All right. And there he goes. So we're at
my God.
14:15. So 5 minutes and no Phil. Let's go ahead and
Here, let's start this off strong with a comment from Tom. I don't even watch college football, and I'd still win that debate. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, that is fantastic.
So yes, topic. Let's get into this so we don't
so-
bore the rest of the people watching.
I know, right? So first one, this was one of those ones I was like, "Fuck you, this is cool. We got to talk about this." So the headline reads: Phil KOE loves almond milk. Is predicted every Husker game absolutely incorrectly. is
Same.
he hates Tom Brady. That's for sure.
true.
I know he really, really hates Tom Brady.
Doesn't, yeah.
He secretly is a fanboy for tomfoolery.
That's true. I've seen it. Card carrying member.
Yep. He agrees with every single one of Tom's points.
I think he's registered to the Green Party too, if that article is correct.
Yeah. He shills this hardcore Republican stuff, but it's really just a front to get people to, just to follow him so he can start, espousing lefty kind of Green Party, pushes on weird things. Like, he's pretty fringe. I'm not even gonna lie. True. Yeah, it is. Oh, and even better, we get to cover his face up when we pull comments up. That makes it even more fun. I love this story. This makes it great.
Man, this must be in a different language because that doesn't look like what it says at all.
No, I have learned a couple languages this week. Phil's been asking me for advice on several things, such as what second language should he pick up, what good book should he read. He's not a very well read guy, if you haven't tell. He's very uncultured, and he knows absolutely nothing about farming, like nothing.
Whoa, man. Wow,
man, Tony, I'm 2 minutes in. What do you got? Like, I can only spit so much shit at him.
Well, there was this time that Phil came to me for some advice about life in general, and I said, Phil, your best bet is just double down on this Republican Party thing, because honestly, at this point, if you turned your back like you wanted to, gosh, they wouldn't have it. There would be riots in the streets. So, I mean, to be fair, like, he's doing it for all of you out there. I mean, he's a good guy like that, but his heart's not in it. You got to cut this guy a break.
Yeah, especially after last week, after the Rittenhouse trial came in, he called me sobbing in tears. He was so upset.
Yeah.
He was so angry. He's like, that guy crossed state lines with a gun, and he was a minor. Like, how dare he do this?
With an automatic rifle, an assault rifle.
Yeah.
Peapod Humperdinck. Phil, use a notepad to communicate your feelings. They can't win. Well, we can if we leave your comment up, actually.
Yeah. This is a win-win-win. I like this.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Going to the notepad.
More stars, please. More stars, please. This is great. We can do a lot more of this tonight.
2 hours of fucking music.
Yeah.
Phil, he just sits there pissed. All right.
Sorry. Tyler asks, did I do that, Phil? Yeah, so thanks, Tyler. This has been quite fun. Yep, who did that? I think it was you. Leave this comment for the king. Yeah, I'll leave it up for the king of extreme. His mom should go to jail for driving him to shoot people. Correct.
Yeah.
That's another thing Phil had told me. He actually posted it on Facebook. If you go check it out, Phil KOE on Facebook. That's like, it's pinned on top of his Facebook profile. He's very upset with Kyle Rittenhouse's mom.
Phil KOPP, Phil of King of Pure Propaganda. That is his new name. You saw it here first, folks. Phil KOPP. All right, are we at 5 minutes yet?
Actually, no, we got 45 seconds left.
Oh, 45 seconds. All right, so Phil doesn't like anything refined whiskey-wise. He mostly likes gin.
He loves gin. He loves gin. Guys, if you want to do something nice for Phil, order or buy him a really cheap bottle of gin. The cheaper it is, the better.
Yes.
That's all his cabinet's full of, is just the shittiest gins in the world.
Yes.
Hates
red wines, deep flavors. Hates it.
And he's back.
Oh, wow. Fuck you guys just a little bit. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Now,
I didn't know we could go 5 minutes, honestly.
I gotta give you, boy, you guys been upholstering that one for a little while. Good God. Well, yes, Peapod Humperdinck, yes, it's great to be back. My God. Now, folks, it is a sign that you're making it in this world when that level of lies and propaganda are being propagated about you. That means that you've actually made it in this world. KOPP, the king of Phil and just
propaganda.
Oh, you bastards. The king of Phil and philosophy. There we go. Tyler Williams.
Brought it back.
You know, Tyler, I appreciate you as a fan, but you're not my favorite person right now. That was, guys, I can tell, like, Chicken especially, you had some shit like holstered there.
Holstering those.
And, like, damn, and fuck you a little bit on the farming comment. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
It's
that was brutal.
like that made the almond milk shit seem tame. Like at first I was like, okay, we're going to the almond milk.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus
Warp
Christ.
PBR.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh God.
Oh.
Grow
I'm
the
going to have to
like-
hold on to that one.
So this is the anti-Phil propaganda. And then the other one, guys, by the way, this one, I don't know if I can forgive this one. I might need to just like leave the show right now. But saying that I agree with everything that Tom Foolery says, I mean, dudes, like bros.
That might have been too
I thought we were more cool
right,
than
all
that,
right,
bros.
all
Like,
right.
Jesus, that
All
that
right.
one was like,
All
I
right.
apologize for that.
like,
Disavow.
yeah, okay.
I disavow. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
all right. Like things were going a little farther. God, I was like, nah, I don't know. Like I just
Do we
don't
have
think
a real topic to talk about?
Yeah. All right. Let's
I
jump
don't
back
think
into
I
it.
can
That was.
come back to this show anymore.
Yeah.
Fuck
I
you
don't
guys.
even like talking chicken. Fuck you guys.
But you should like, share, subscribe.
Yeah,
Oh,
you should.
definitely do.
So again, this was one of those stories I sent to you guys that I was like, fuck you, this is awesome. We have to talk about this. So NASA gears up for its Armageddon moment. Agency is set to launch its DART mission, D-A-R-T mission, aboard SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket to deliberately crash into an asteroid to test Earth's planetary defense. NASA is launching this highly anticipated, it's called DART, stands for Double Asteroid Redirection Test. And this will be, of course, from an SpaceX Elon Musk Falcon 9 rocket flying off from California. Square-shaped space probe into space. It will travel 6.8 million miles to two asteroids, Dimorphos and Didymos. I don't know. I didn't prep for that. And arrive in October of 2022. The craft will then deliberately smash into Dimorphos to knock the asteroid off its trajectory. This is a test run, of course, to ram the spacecraft. So thoughts on this? Like, this is like literal shit we were talking about when we were kids, and we're like, when are we going to do this? And we're all like, Bruce Willis is going to save us someday. And now we got this, and it's Elon Musk instead.
I do have a reaction to this. My voice is a little shot from being at the game, but this is my immediate reaction to this story. Excuse me. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep. I still miss you, baby. And I don't want to miss a thing.
Again, disavow.
What? No, even when I Armageddon, Bruce Willis, Ben Affleck. Come on.
Did we get Bendover's comment on there?
Oh, let's get that on here. Strapped Vice President Kamala to I can think of nobody better to man that mission.
Except for
Now,
Michael.
like, I think if they don't play that song at some
drink.
point during that mission, I'm actually
Yeah,
gonna be
true.
kind of disappointed in them. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Now, I'm very interested in this because, I mean, good God, it'd be nice to know we have some sort of competent defense from an asteroid, because that's going to be what really overly affects life on Earth, is going to be, can we defend ourselves from an asteroid? And if we cannot, like, we have to be able to defend ourselves from an asteroid from outer space to give the Huskers enough time to get a winning season. There we go.
Fuck you, Phil.
Brought it all back together. Fucking A. I'm nothing if not topical. But yes, that is what I think is paramount, because if we can get a big planetary defense, then it's really hard for us to go extinct as a species.
Okay, hold on. We're counting on. Okay, well, I'll give NASA a little bit more credit, but we're counting on federal administrations to be planning this stuff out, right? And we know how well we've done with this in recent history. Chances that we cause this thing to hit Earth when we bump it. Anybody want to take a bets on that? Is there a betting line in Vegas on this, I wonder?
Well, if you're right, it's not like you're going to collect.
Fuck
I
you,
mean,
Phil.
It's one of those if I'm in Vegas, I'll take a put up a line on that. I'm betting the world's gonna end because of this thing. Oh God, if that's the size of that thing, just a very small rock can cause a huge impact.
So it's this one here, the Dimorphos is the one that they planted on hitting as the small one.
Okay. Oh, then shit. If that's we've got bombs here on Earth that could just vaporize that thing. So I have no doubt about that. To me, it's just a matter of having the proper trajectory and delivery system. And if we can actually get it vaporized, then we've got a pretty good planetary defense system. Because I've been actually doing a lot of research on this, and the two big things you need is a space debris defense system and to be multi-terrestrial. You got to be on Earth and maybe a moon, or Earth and Mars, Earth and somewhere else. And the minute you go interplanetary, and you have a debris defense system, effectively your species can no longer go extinct. And so that's why I'm big on this. So this is one of those, it's the most important story in the news that is way too boring to pay attention to.
Yeah.
It's incredibly important, but it's way too boring to pay attention to.
Isn't it weird that we're talking about literally the plot from Armageddon, and that's too boring to be in the news?
Well, it was
nobody's talking about this. I'm just fuck you.
Well, we had fucking UFOs verified, declassified, and nobody gave a flying shit.
We need new plots. Come on now. We already had that plot in the 90s. Ben Affleck, basically had his career-defining performance in that movie, and that's...
Oh, come on.
Yes.
Daredevil, Phil. Daredevil.
Yes.
Tony, I'm just going to leave that right there. I'm just going to let that sit right there. Yeah.
Sup, Shanghai?
You should feel bad. You should feel bad for that.
Stand by it.
Oh, God. But, so, we're going to blow up an asteroid. Now, what's funny is I don't
think we're going to blow it up. I think we're just going to ram it.
Okay, interesting. Well, regardless,
it's the NASA's inner Neanderthals coming out. They're like, let's shoot it with a space laser, and one guy's like, no, we're just gonna ram into it and see what happens.
I think
there's one guy on that team that's
a game plan and launch that trajectory of that rocket and see if he can completely miss it and hit the moon.
I think that
how's that for a joke, Tyler Williams? What do you think about that fucking joke? Is that funny? You fucking funny, Tyler?
I was just thinking when you guys were describing this plan, it made me it made me think there's one guy on this team that clearly plays a lot of pool.
Yeah.
All right, we're just gonna.
It's
8-ball corner pocket, and it's gonna be. It'll be perfect.
Joe Rogan was talking to Elon Musk, and he was like, "Trust me, bro. If you hit it from this angle,
put a little English on it.
Put a little English on it. You'll be fine."
8-ball quarter pocket, and just Elon sinks it.
Boy, I sure hope the results of this are awesome. I'm hoping for a resounding
I have
success.
zero faith in this.
Well, it's not like we get a chance at this every fucking day. Usually it's way too late if we have to try something like this.
Well, yeah, because there was a huge comet that passed us, or asteroid, or whatever the fuck. Sorry, I'm not.
We used up all the Keanu Reeves headlines during the War on Terror.
Pretty much. But there was basically the minerals and everything inside this asteroid were the value was measured in the quadrillions of just rare metals that could be derived from that. And so that, I think, is probably why they more want to knock the asteroids around rather than what's the plan B?
You die.
No, it's Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is playing
Neo saved us.
I was about to say Keanu Reeves will go all John Wick Neo on that asteroid, and it'll just turn around and realize it was wrong, and just
there's 50 stars.
Oh,
that's only 30 seconds of mutant, Phil.
Oh, you bastards! Right in the middle of space.
All right.
You guys can mute the rest of us too. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, you can direct it at somebody. Yeah, you can direct it at somebody. But anyway, Phil's sipping on that mixed almond milk drink there.
I think it's gin and almond milk, actually.
Oh my God. Yeah, it probably is. And I did take back all the bad things I said about his farming prowess. He is a very fantastic almond farmer.
Oh my God, he's so good at milking those almonds. He's in there so delicately. Just a little bit of pinch rub. He's got the technique down.
And he's back.
Good God. Good God. Like, how do you two even sleep at night?
Very soundly,
Spreading
sometimes on my
these
left, but then I
lies.
switch to the right.
Tony sleeps so easy, like a baby, spreading these level
Little
of
side of the pillow,
propaganda lies
thinking about all the
in a mill where
almond
we
milk
have
that
some of the
Phil
best
chugs,
soybeans
Steve
and
Austin.
corn that God has created on God's green earth here. And like, no, not an almond farmer, 5th generation corn farmer, Steve Buscemi going to rodeo. Like, I was waiting for that scene. I kind of was wanting to see Steve Buscemi do the yeehaw, like how I learned to love the Bond Doctor Strangelove, but no, it was Bruce Willis that got to do
There's
Still-
2 more
I'm
minutes.
still thinking
Ah,
about
you
Steve Buscemi. I'm thinking about
bastards.
Steve Buscemi and Con Air when they're going down.
And Phil starts
He's
2
singing.
minutes now.
We just don't have anything to talk about without
What-
Phil. It's,
Phil, what's wrong? You okay, man?
Phil, I know we're live on air, and I know it's like right in the middle of the show, but I feel like there's a lot you'd like to say, and I think there's some stuff you need to get off your chest. So I'd really like it if you just open up to us right here, right now. We're going to hammer this all out. We're going to get it figured out, and we're all going to be better for it. So, Phil, this is your opportunity. This is your moment. You're going to own it. You're going to capture it.
Hold on.
And spit it.
I know what he's about to hold up. He's going to hold up his favorite president and it's going to say, Obama.
You suck. Oh, that's not
Aw.
nice.
That's
Why
very
does he
nice
gotta
of
be
you,
so
Phil.
mean?
No, yeah,
No.
favorite presidents. I'll list them in order. Obama's definitely number 1.
One.
Followed
Followed by Jimmy Carter, I think.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter's definitely up there.
Yeah.
Woodrow Wilson's up there.
Oh, Woodrow Wilson. But I think Clinton before that.
Possibly.
But I mean Hillary Clinton, because he believes that Hillary really won the 2016
Yeah, in
election.
2016, he like had a mental breakdown when
He's
it
never
was
really
announced
gotten
Trump
over it.
won. No, he hasn't.
Yeah,
He was
definitely.
very relieved when Biden came out to be the victor this last time around,
Yeah.
but that was he was almost overjoyed. He couldn't hold it in. It was like a revenge election for him when Biden ended up being the victor. So
He's basically just been having a dance party ever since, really.
he's writing a book on how to fortify an election right now.
I think he got Joyce Behar to do the forward on that book.
Yeah, probably. Jesus Christ.
That one might have done it. That might have done it. Okay, that one might have done it. That might. I'll give him an early out. Come on.
yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ! Like,
It's real to him, damn
I mean, fuck me running up a hill sideways. This is the kind of propaganda, slanderous accusations. I mean, folks, this is like tantamount to treason against the KOE nation. Like, this is, I don't even know what to say here, folks. Like, but always keep in mind, you know, when people are making up lies, scandalous lies, communist propaganda like this against you, that means you're making it in this life, folks, because they're trying to bring you down. But don't worry, folks. Phil KOE will reign supreme in the end. And oh, dear God.
that
Foolery
means
shows
there's
that
more stars coming. When you have a
Phil
blank
only
on
voted for Biden to stop Trump. Oh, good God. That's
Wow.
like, good Lord Almighty.
Oh no, he's ghostwriting Joy Reid's autobiography.
Oh my
Tyler.
God.
Bastards.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh man,
just
Am I-
said
like
chicken.
I'm like at the end of Scarface, just getting
200 stars coming in.
You're my-
And 2 minutes starts now.
I think that was directed at you. Though.
Oh shit. Okay, we got like 10 fucking minutes now of holy shit. Dick move, Shane. Oh wait, no, Tyler's muting me for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's the Tony show for 2 minutes. See ya.
Oh fuck me. All right. So is that all starting now? All right, so I'm glad I got everybody here today. I'm glad I finally got the platform. I think it's probably time to have an honest conversation about sex robots and what they mean to all of us. I mean, that's really what we've been waiting for. I think that's really been the heart and soul of not just the Ahmaud Arbery case, but the Kyle Rittenhouse case, the entire election itself, the fallout from that, the insurrection. It's basically just been all about sex robots. And here's why. If they were made affordable, first and foremost, and Joe Biden, you have the power to do that with a click of a pen. I think it's high time you do that. Okay, we're coming out of a pandemic. We're still socially distancing. We got to practice safe sex, right? We got to be safe. Well, what's safer than fornication with a machine? Come on. Where's your head? Come on, man. Come on, man. But what I'm saying is if everybody was a little bit more level-headed, had a lot less stress on their plate, don't you think that everybody would be getting along? Don't you think that civil unrest would dissipate just a little bit? And I think that's really the first foot forward in solving the civil unrest within America right now. And I really can't think of a better way to do it, folks. And I'm here. I will be your secretary of sex roboticism. If you must, I am here. I am definitely for sale. To the highest bidder, 110%. I think even Phil would agree with me on that.
Okay, and I'm back. Oh, Jesus.
Okay, chicken's back. Thoughts?
Well, hold on. We got Biden finally gets his corn pop. Is this a poop reference?
Well, isn't everything?
Power. I'm assuming power bottom. Corn pop power
yes.
bottom. Yes,
Absolutely.
Fantastic. So we're gonna have to put limitations on the time frames on this. It's like so. 10 minutes for somebody. Well, it's 8.5. 8.5's a bit much.
Well, how deep are we in?
For Phil, we're at 3 minutes now.
Okay, so
roughly.
We got 5.5 minutes we could put just on the back burner when we really need to shut him up.
you wanna reserve it for later? Tell him to go fuck off.
I think this is a damn fine idea, Tom. I am definitely on board for this. I will test them personally.
Tyler just sent 200 in for Tony.
Dick. All right.
So Tony is out now. It's just the chicken show at this point. So while we're waiting for these two fellas to come back, I'll keep an eye on the clock there. We're going to go ahead and pull up our next story. This is one that, I know Phil doesn't want to talk about at all. It was an accident. Was trying to send 50. Whoops. Sorry, Phil. That's great. So this is one that Phil has absolutely no opinions on or feelings on, neither does Tony. We're thankful for justice, Ahmaud Arbery's mom says, after she gave up hope as all three of her son's killers are found guilty of his murder. Family gathers for quiet kitchen drink as defense says they will appeal verdict. Sorry, I'm an asshole, says Tyler. Yes, Tyler is an asshole. Tony's still got a minute left. Phil's got about, three or four. Let's see. Yield the balance of the mute minutes back to the chair. These are loosely written rules that we have never agreed to, and we're just kind of figuring this shit out as we go. So we might start yielding minutes back and piling them up at some point. Now feels like fuck you. Let me just have it all. Okay. So anyway, Ahmaud Arbery, of course, the three people were found guilty of murder. All of them, I believe, are facing life in prison now. This was one of the. This is my favorite. Every time we would talk about the Rittenhouse case, it always came up to, oh shit, how many more stars did we just get there? Oh shit! It looks like Tony's being muted even longer. That was another 50 stars, another 30 seconds for Tony, which starts right now. Yeah, shucksy darn. No, my favorite thing with the Rittenhouse deal was every time there's another 50 stars for Tony. So Tony's got another 30 seconds adding on. Jesus Christ, here we go. We're all muting all y'all. Fuck you, Lynn. Okay, Shane just muted me for 30 seconds. Okay, I don't know how this is supposed to work. We're going to have to get some ground rules put together now. Son of a bitch. Fucking trolls. You fucking trolls. We're muting y'all. All right. Thanks, dicks. Okay, Okay, Tony, you're back. Phil's only got like a minute or two left.
I guess
here.
if we all get muted, we have to play paper, scissors, rock until the fucking time ends. So we're gonna have to. I think you were on the right track when you had that idea about the spin the wheel, make the deal thing. We just gotta put that thing together because this.
We could just do a spin the wheel every time somebody sends stars and randomly mute somebody.
Yeah. I mean, there you go. We could do. Yeah, we can have fun with.
And if you really want to mute somebody, then we'll have to set some better price standards because we obviously went too cheap with this. That's for fucking sure. And Lynn, yes.
More Rittenhouse.
Okay, so what I was saying is the Rittenhouse thing. Every time you talk about it, they'd go, "What do you think about their Ahmaud Arbery case?" Oh, 50 stars coming out of Tyler. Oh fuck. Now who? Jesus Christ.
Have we made it to the fucking goal yet? I think we're
I don't think people come to this show to like listen to the stories anymore. I think they just want to.
I think they just want to fuck with it, which is fine.
People really love to have power over others. Oh, that's an extension of 30 seconds to Phil.
Oh my God, we got to get Phil back on. This is horse shit.
The good news, he was almost done, so it's close. It's close.
It is. You're right, Lynn. Anarchy on the Dog and Chicken Show.
Gotta love
Bob
it.
says, I'll come on with the rules that I can't be muted, and I'll talk about how you guys are all voice and friends. Well, there's the
Tom Thummery. Tom Thummery wants to.
Tom is officially Tom KOPP, Tom King of Propaganda. How did we word that earlier? Tom KOPP. There you go.
And Phil is back.
Pure propaganda. Yes.
Oh, good Lord Almighty God! Now, folks, this is beautiful. This is the first time the audience has tried to.
All right, are we back?
I was about to say the audience has tried to like basically the hostile takeover of our show from the audience. And Chicken, I believe you've been muted for 30 seconds.
Yeah,
so
okay, I'll take mine.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Chicken's in now. Cheese in the chicken coop. But good Lord Almighty God, folks. So yes, some of you thought you had the temerity. Some of you thought you had the guts. Some of you thought you had the intestinal fortitude to shut this mouth up. But you know what? I don't think you got it in you to do it anymore. I know you don't want to try and shut this mouth up. You ain't got it in you. There is nobody here with the temerity. Nobody with the guts, no one with the ability. This mouth will keep talking. And if you do somehow find a way to mute me, I'll probably just yell loud enough to the point where Tony's microphone will still pick me up just a little bit. And that's Tyler Williams, you rapscallion ne'er-do well, no good.
Tom,
and mine just ended, so that's.
I wish I could explain, Tom. What's happening is when people are sending us stars, we're muting each other because apparently that's. Fun
it started off as a fun gimmick,
watch
but
us and not hear us say anything. I don't know.
it makes sense to me.
Whatever. Okay, people, we love the donations of the stars, but you don't have to mute us if you don't want. So if you want us to do some other weird shit,
we're almost 45 minutes into this show, and we've only talked about one fucking story so far. Oh my God. Tom the Triple
is back to call you white supremacists. I'm shocked.
Shocker.
Shocked, I tell you.
All right, Phil, you are unmuted. Let's get into the story. Thoughts?
Yes,
let's
get into one.
Let's roll through this.
Hang on. I just wanted to mention real quick.
Somebody's gonna send stars again. Hurry, Phil.
Yes, but like on the Prime Kai's panel, he'll do like if you donate $400, he just shuts the whole show off. Like you can just end the whole show if you put $400 in the till, and it's like so. I think that's a new rule we're going to implement, just straight up.
Whoa.
So I'm hearing no objections. Objections?
No.
Sustained. All right.
I like Heather says this is a way better way to spend your Black Friday money. This is funny. Yes. We are starting a revolution, says Lynn, a chicken coop. I see what you did there. Shane Lane, 50 stars means you guys have a drink. Okay, I'm down with that. That's fair. It just says Phil. I'm assuming he's sending stars to you, Phil.
God damn it.
Sorry, I was waiting. But
all right. Well, I guess I'll be muted.
And Tom, how long? Okay.
God damn it. All right.
Coming in hot.
All right, Brendan, Tom, if you two don't start getting along, I'm going to turn this car right around, okay? And there will
I will send you stars.
Oh God! All right. I'll be a good boy. Let's hear.
All right,
the,
Ahmaud Arbery case. Now, I
Yes.
did not follow this very closely, but what I gathered, I kind of like. God damn it! From what I gathered, recapping, especially, I watched the last couple days, and it really seemed like, in a nutshell, these guys might have actually gotten away with it. But the one dude recorded the whole thing. And the one dude that recorded the whole thing, I guess it was his truck and he was driving it. And that's why he got charged, because technically he was threatening Ahmaud Arbery by blocking the road with his vehicle. So he's guilty. And he's the one that turned over the tape and was like, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I have it all on film, blah, blah, blah. And that's what ended up getting all these guys thrown in prison for what happened.
Now, actually,
I know
'cause-
we touched on it when this first came out, but I remember specifically watching a very, I don't know, a high profile case at the time where a guy who was so obsessed with murdering someone, essentially it boiled down to, he was like explaining to people how you could just videotape yourself claiming self-defense as you shoot someone and get away with it. And that's what he did. He shot someone in self-defense while videotaping it and thought that that was going to exonerate him. And it was ultimately his undoing. Now, did these guys have the intent to go out that day and kill someone? I doubt it. Did Kyle Rittenhouse? I doubt it. But these guys got caught up in the moment, and this wasn't self-defense.
Well, I remember the first time I saw the film, it looked like, well, okay, he grabbed the gun and this scuffle ensued, and then a lot of it happened off camera. And then actually it was, of all people, Tom, the Tom Foolery show, who I forget if I was on his show or he was on our show, and he actually showed us basically what the prosecution's case would be in this. And when I was listening to all that, I was like, well, shit, okay, these guys were chasing this guy down for a long fucking time, cornering this dude who was probably thinking he was running for his fucking life. And then the other thing was there was one shot in the front and then two shots in the back, if I'm correct. Like, and
something like that. I don't remember.
Like, I thought like there was at least one shot in the back when he was walking away. And it's like, that ain't good. Like, you know, we're from Nebraska. We all know how the Old West treated that. That was like, and that was one of those that had actually kind of flipped my opinion on this. And I was not at all surprised when they were found guilty. You know, it did not. Like, I figured like that one's, but it also goes to show, even a former police officer didn't properly do a citizen's arrest. I mean, you got to be very careful if you're going to do one of those.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think it boils down to
Tyler.
Very overzealous people taking an opportunity and running with it in the wrong direction. Like maybe their heart was in the right place to begin with, but it clearly didn't unfold that way. So it's hard to say what the intent was. We can sit here and judge this, but the thing I want to make clear. We watched the Rittenhouse case. Like we went whole hog on that. We watched that very intently. Not to say we ignored the Arbery case, but we didn't pay the level of attention of detail to that one. So if we're going to sit here and make a bunch of claims on it, I'd rather have the full knowledge of it, of watching that trial unfold before I say, yes, clearly they got this right or clearly they got this wrong. But from what I remember seeing and from what I was catching up on throughout this thing, I mean, you can't say that this was some whack ass self-defense or that this was justified. Like this didn't have to go down the way that it did.
No, I agree. It was Phil's back after a minute.
Your life of tumult and chaos has come to a conclusion. I am back, folks.
Grow the Farm Up says it almost like Ahmaud Arbery was Rittenhouse, situations reversed, but Ahmaud Arbery didn't have a gun.
Well, there was a distinct difference.
There's a lot of details in this case because I don't think it was up for dispute that Ahmaud Arbery was a suspect in some possible thefts and trespassing. Like I think that was pretty.
Is it possible that that's the reason that so many people were so misinformed about Kyle Rittenhouse, that they were getting the details of the Ahmaud Arbery case confused with the Kyle Rittenhouse, because so many people were convinced that Kyle Rittenhouse went to a BLM protest and shot black people? Is it possible that they were getting the information confused, or is it just willful ignorance?
I think what you're talking about, Tony, I think what might have happened is actually a Mandela effect. That,
For
like,
some
there was
people.
enough people, like, well, because
A Pandela effect.
well, it all got like so jumbled and just all the stories where people just get barraged with news today. Like, it's kind of like the difference between Aldous Huxley's Brave New World and George Orwell's 1984. Aldous Huxley said, rather than censoring information, they'll just barrage you with so much information that you won't be able to tell the truth from the fact or the fiction or anything. And that's what they do now. And so I think in that barrage, a lot of people had a Mandela effect of they kind of blurred the lines between the Rittenhouse and the Arbery cases.
The lesson: we all need more guns, says Grow the Farm Up. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Lots more. Yes.
Society's plus society. And like, I'm sure if there's anybody from the UK watching us, like, what the fuck?
Oh shit!
Like, Americans are
The Americans
are
are
rednecks.
we're unique folk out here.
Yes, that's one way of putting it. So we had, of course, the show's called Black Friday. We just had Black Friday throughout today, and we Heather so vividly brought up the topic of it's way better to spend your money on this show than on some stupid ass TV that you probably don't need and you probably have 6 others of. This is a way better way to spend your money. Yes. So next story, since like every year there's something that happens on Black Friday. I looked. Not shit happened this year, except for terrified Black Friday shoppers run for their lives as 3 people, including a 10-year-old boy, are shot and 3 more are injured in North Carolina mall.
What?
Yeah, so this is kind of breaking news. This is fairly recent.
What the hell?
Shoppers at North Carolina shopping mall were sent scrambling after gunfire broke out. There was an argument between 2 groups, saw 3 hurt and 3 shot, including a 10-year-old hit by a ricocheting bullet. Washington State loss prevention officer fired at an armed suspect who attempted to steal merchandise. The store employee fired at the suspect in the parking lot of the store, and Kennewick, Washington. Retailers had been bracing for Black Friday crowds as a return to normalcy continues, but as many stores across the U.S. opened to short or no lines, crowds were calm. Early figures, and it talks about the sales. But yeah, like there was some lines when I was out and about this morning, but nothing like it used to be by any means. And this shooting happened around 3:20 p.m. Over a shoplifter. Okay, so I'm sorry. This is one of those ones like when's it okay to shoot people for stealing shit?
Not for shoplifting on Black Friday. Like, it's already chaotic enough. I think that would probably be a last.
For stealing merchandise?
Well, like I used when I was in college, I was a gas station attendant. So it's like my former boss even told me, it's like, sorry, it ain't worth going all John Wayne over a handful of candy bars.
Right.
Okay.
No.
Like, it's like, that's what insurance is for, and I don't want you to get injured either. And I don't like it.
Yeah.
Now, like
shit like this is why people are so gung ho about gun restrictions and gun laws.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah.
Well, because trigger happy dipshits like this guard.
This is doing the opposite effect of what we want.
Yeah.
Because like it's.
Did we do this one yet?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I love this. Tom doesn't call it Black Friday. He calls it FOC, Friday of Color. But I don't know.
So, like I usually say, so folks, enjoy our final episode here of the Dog and Chicken Show. It's been a great run. No, I like
Phil's when Phil sees those comments pop up, he's like, "Oh fuck! I hope Chicken doesn't see that. He's gonna want to read it out loud."
Yeah, and but at this point, if they haven't canceled us yet, like I think like
we got a pretty good run going.
Yeah, I think we've somehow made it this far. So, but my Lord Almighty God, so we've had folks, things are getting kind of weird out there. I don't know how else to put it. Folks are getting fucking panicked, and like we always hear about weird shit like this happening during the holidays. Well, he is a triple commie. Let's be honest.
Allegedly.
Now, granted, it's a great
quad commie.
It's a great gimmick, Tom. I got to give you credit. Like, hey, don't worry, lefties. I'm a conservative. I just agree with like 95% of everything that you say in every single panel, but I'm a conservative, so that you can say you've got a conservative friend. Like, don't get me wrong, I gotta applaud you. But no, like, I'm sorry, you don't get past me, you triple commie, you.
Justin? Holy shit. Okay, that was 3 minutes ago. I must have not been paying attention, but I do see it. Hold on, let me pull it back up here.
Who's that?
Who's he want to mute? What's he want?
Oh, I think
here it's popping back up. I can't read what it says though. Reverse
Oh,
card.
Yes.
Chicken and Tony mute, and Phil goes off. His campaign is president, and Yank is his VP. 4 minutes. Phil rant time. All right.
Oh,
no.
yes. So 2024, folks, there's going to be a lot of questions. What do you do? There's going to be a lot of questions of where do you go? Who do you vote for? Who do you support? And in 2024, you need to do the right thing. And that is vote extreme. Vote Phil KOE. And for the time being, my running mate, Yanked Up Podcast. Yes, Justin Chris of the Yanked Up Podcast. Definitely. Phil KOE. Yanked Up 2024. Tomfoolery, you ain't tricking me. But that's not the campaign of extreme, folks. In 2024, vote extreme for Phil KOE to put your life, the world, back on the right track. Do the thing that you know that when you are at the end of your life, you can say, I did what I could to leave the world better than I found it. I voted Phil KOE in 2024, folks. Yes, this is the time. This is the place. 2024, Phil KOE. Yes, that's... Folks, yes, do not be tricked by triple commies. Do not be tricked by even double commies. And definitely do not... this is what I mean by communist propaganda. Tomfoolery claiming that he's farther right than the great Phil KOE. Like, I'm sorry, sir. Like, that's almost like, we need to have a write-off. And yes, let's Yanked Up, make America yank again. Yes, 2024, it will be the campaign of extreme. If you don't know who to vote for, and guess what? Nobody else has announced yet. Nobody else has the balls. Nobody else has the temerity. Nobody else has the guts. Nobody else has the intestinal fortitude to announce, but Phil KOE has come out before all of them, leading the pack. And I have definitely... Well, I mean, my goodness gracious, great balls of fire, only if it's done through capitalism. So, yes, that's what you need to realize, folks. So the King of Extreme in 2024 is the place to be, is the campaign for you, is the campaign for me. We will make America a greater place for all God's sundry, all God's children. Everything under the sun will be made better by Phil KOE 2024. Folks, God bless America, and I am your next president of the United States of America. Phil KOE, Yanked Up Podcast, KOE Nation on YouTube, KOE Nation on Twitch, KOE Nation on TikTok, you beautiful people. Yes. And it looks like I'm about to get muted here, folks. God damn. Like, it's when it rains, it pours. Yeah, the liberal media trying to silence the voices of the right, folks. Do not allow it to happen. Gentlemen, how much time do you got left? Oh, here we go. Oh, you mean I have more? Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. So, folks, just so you know, when you do vote Phil KOE, the rain won't fall quite as hard. The sun will shine a little bit brighter. The day will be a little bit better. And the cold...
And that's enough of Phil. Tony and I are back, and Phil is...
that was brutal.
Phil's got 2 minutes. God damn.
That was brutal.
That was
I thought
brutal.
it was a long time when Phil got muted before, but that was
I know.
even longer.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Anyway, Black Friday sucked.
Yeah.
I don't know. Listening to Phil for that fucking 4 minutes is almost worse than the last 5 days of my job. That was fucking rough.
That was rough. Oh,
God, guys, next time you do that, like, give me 10 minutes so I can at least go have a fucking smoke break. Jeez.
Right, yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Yeah, 500 stars and chicken will go outside and have a cigarette.
Yeah.
Dare
me to do it. Dare you?
Looking like there.
Hold on. Let me lift it up a little higher on the screen. That little scrolling thing. So we're at 63% of the way.
Wow.
Yeah, to hit our 10,000 star mark. So good jump tonight.
This is gonna be like when we hit this and we get this and we do this. This is gonna have to be like a very covert black ops operation. It's going to take all of us. It's going to take a conjoined effort.
Oh, I'm down.
Maybe from some of you out there in dog and chicken fandom land, because we got to do this right. So
it's going to be a good time, folks.
It's going
to be a really good time. All right, and Phil is back. Let's get into our next story.
Thank God.
A story?
Yeah. So this one's going to be short and sweet. Here's one of a Republican representative fucking up. For lack of a better term. God damn it, Tyler. Now what do we got coming?
I don't know.
If he tries to mute all three of us, we can't all be muted at the same time.
There's 200, 200, 200, and 200. Did you mean to send it all for me?
It looks like you did 10 minutes for chicken.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Ask and ye shall receive, chicken.
I'm going to go have a smoke. Thank you.
All righty then.
What are we going to talk about while you're gone?
I can pop it up on the screen for you if you want.
And then words, my man. Jesus.
Let's do that.
Here, let me scroll down so you actually get the article.
Chicken's like, here, we're just going to leave you with this culture war fucking live grenade. Yeah. Good luck trying to put the pin back in this one, guys. Like,
Tony, I'll just email you, I'll send it to you on Messenger. How about that?
How about we can pause the smoke break for after this story?
Okay.
No. Tyler paid. He paid his tax. Chicken, get your ass out of here and smoke a cigarette. And Tony.
Phil wants to fight with Tony. All right, I'll be in the chat, folks. I want to watch this go down.
All right. Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
Tom with a great idea. Just put my latest video up and hit play while you're all muted. Oh, God. Dude, we don't want to get taken off of Twitch, so we can't do that.
But Tyler said he would allow it, but not like if you pay the tax, hey, we will we're doing it. We follow through, and Chicken's like, well, maybe we'll do some like delay. Like, nope, if they pay the tax,
he had a story ready to go. Now we got Dick Phil.
Oh, are you really serious? You think that we are at a loss? Well, Tony, there's just really been nothing to really talk about this week. It's been pretty slow.
Really, this whole year in general. It felt like nothing has happened at all.
And since you're wearing the red jersey, I do got a comment. Did you hear that basically Scott Frost in his contract said he's going to accept a few million less and he's going to go next year? Now, Tony,
I'm fully aware of what that is and what that means, Phil.
Well, now to me, I'm like, okay.
I would love to hear your interpretation of it.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, wouldn't you just love to be in that locker room? Oh, the Royal Rumble. We will get to that. That was an amazing time when we were in Houston. The Royal Rumble. Yes, Norwalk IRL. Check them out on YouTube. Definitely. Tyler Williams. But to me, that tells you, like, could you imagine going to this player's like, hey guys, how we doing? I sacrificed a couple, I don't know, $1 million to stay here. So we're gonna be trying a little harder at practice here. Let's get to it.
It's damage control. This is complete and utter damage control. Let me put it to you this way. Trevor Alberts came in as the athletic director, and this was going to go one of two ways. Either he has some deep-seated hatred for Scott Frost, or he was going to do everything he can to negate all of the public outcry, overreactions for Scott Frost to be basically publicly tarred and feathered. This is just a step in that direction. And by all means, it's the right call to make, because if you do something like this, you say, okay, Scott, we're going to restructure your contract. That's going to tell the fan base that we're taking this seriously, that you're not winning games. And if it comes down to it and you can't win enough games next year, we may not have a choice but to get rid of your ass. And we'd like to do it cheaply for the sake of the university. I think you can agree with that. And Scott probably went, yeah, that's probably fucking fair.
Probably fair.
But here's the caveat, Phil. If he fucking wins and wins at a high margin within the next year, 2 years, he's going to get it all fucking back. There's a bonus for winning. And coaches do that shit a lot. When they win divisions or they win big games, guess what? All that money comes rolling back in. So it's damage control. That's what that is. The whole staff shakeup. Everybody's like, why did this happen mid-season? Why wouldn't you wait till... Because the fan base wasn't going to wait till after the season was over.
You know what?
There was no postseason, so they had to do it mid-season.
You know what it sounds like a little bit more to me, T? And you
Phil?
might have to agree with this. This almost sounds kind of like at the end of the night of a really long poker game, and just everybody just kind of cuts a deal. And it's like, all right, I'm going to leave a little money on the table for tonight, but I walk away with some of the pot, and we all walk away a little happy, and I'll try better next year, or I'll try better next game. And hey, Sassafras, how we doing? Welcome to the show. And yes, definitely check out Tom Foolery Show on YouTube. Thank you for the raid. But now we had Grow the Farm Up mention something, Royal Rumble. And just like I said the other night, boy, do we miss Pat Patterson. Jesus, do we miss Pat Patterson. But no, like now for people that don't get it, like I was watching a football game with my brother on Thanksgiving, and he's talking about like this, look at this crowd, look at how great the crowd is. And I could not help but think, man, this crowd ain't even anything compared to Minute Maid Stadium, Houston, Texas, 56,000 people. Drew McIntyre kicks Brock Lesnar over the top rope. Just a fucking 60,000 people come alive. It was one of those things. And yes, Tom Foolery Show. Definitely check him out on YouTube. If you're not already subscribed, of course, here to Big Buck and Empire, you got to do that first. But then definitely go check out Tom Foolery Show. Good shit. And like he's
gentleman as well.
Oh yes, Grow the Farm Up. Grow the Farm Up says it's astonishing how little KOE understands the coaching carousel in college football. Yet alone, what a first down is. Sorry, KOE.
I'm trying.
Granted, I have a 100% prediction rate,
who
so
does not want to learn Grow the Farm Up.
I got a 100%
He likes to live in his
rate.
own bubble of truth and facts, and it's
I live in my world of truth and facts, Tony. Guilty as charged. I live in a world of pure logic and facts. Yes. Hey, Sassafras. Hey.
That was a fucking best smoke I think I've had in a long time.
Exactly, Lynn. Exactly. Remember when Callahan, Bo, and Riley renewed their contract and got canned the next? Exactly. Contracts mean dick in college football. There you go.
Honestly, you guys are gonna kind of laugh at me, but the first time I saw Mike Riley, like I thought, I was like, so is this like a guy that like donated a lot of money to the university? So like, we'll just let him
may as well have
season. Like that was my joke with folks at
we gave it all back.
Well, yeah, but I just thought that was kind of the joke. It's like, well, he's a guy that like just really likes football and gave a lot of money to the university, so we'll let him coach the rest of the season out. Like, because he did just kind of look like a guy like, God, I love football. Dude, I'm a head coach. This is fucking awesome. Like
CFL, Canadian Football League, baby. You know what?
Now,
I tell you
XFL is coming back in 2022.
Canadian football,
we'll see.
Fucking wild sometimes. One of the first times I jumped into a Canadian Football League game, I watched both teams punt the ball on the same play. It was amazing. I don't know. It's fucking crazy, and I want to watch some more of it.
Is that on YouTube? I want to watch that.
Yeah, well, you have to find it. It's amazing. It's incredible.
All right. Should we get into this culture war story?
Yes, before somebody gets
that makes Phil completely uncomfortable every time we do anything like this.
Absolutely.
Well, it's just like I was like, oh God, what's the comment section gonna do tonight?
Oh yeah. So what's this representative lady's name? Lauren Boebert.
Lauren Boebert. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
allegedly the daughter of one of the original members of the Midnight Express.
Interesting.
What?
Yeah, there's a rumor about that, Phil. Look it up.
Well, okay, we'll get to that. We'll look that up live. So Patriot Takes posted over Thanksgiving break. Lauren said she was recently in a Capitol elevator with Ilhan Omar when a fretful Capitol police officer ran up. And Bobart said, "Well, she doesn't have a backpack. We should be fine." Also referred to her as a member of the Jihad Squad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's all recorded. The
Put a jihad on you.
So here's her exact quote. I look to my left and there she is, Ilhan Omar. I said, well, she doesn't have a backpack. We should be fine. She added and then told Omar, oh, look, the Jihad Squad decided to show up for work today.
Wow. She.
If you see some of
her like rant,
Did I just get muted again?
you're about to. It looks like, yeah.
Did you?
Son of a biscuit.
Tyler Williams. It looks like he did. And
Justin just sent 90 stars just for the show.
Just for the show. No mutes.
And then Lynn sent 50. Says to make you all say fuck Joe Biden. So.
Fuck Joe Biden.
Cheers.
Let's go, Brandon. Fuck Joe Biden.
Okay, so what was Tyler's for? Did we find out?
Tyler's just for Phil, it says.
How
all
long
right.
was it?
It's 1 minute.
Raps.
1 minute, sir.
Like,
No problem.
Lauren Boebert is like, she's very well spoken, and she's very eye catching on the screen.
She's a very attractive lady. Yeah.
Yeah, you stop and you listen because of that. So if you're just like if you're scrolling through TikTok like I did, I'm like, at first I didn't recognize who it was. I'm like, oh, okay. And you listen to her, like, okay, she's very convincing in what she's saying. She's delivering very well, very persuasive. But then the other shit that she says, she's like, oh God, that's why they hate you. That's why they're never going to take you seriously, because
you say stupid shit like this
sometimes.
sometimes.
You say really stupid shit. But then the other stuff, it's kind of based. And you're like, okay, I can get behind this. And then you see the other shit that she says. And you're like, no, that went too far.
So,
even for me.
Well, yeah. Sometimes like it's one thing to like meme something or joke about something. Even Tom just admitted in the chat, he says the N-word in private all the time. But when you're a public figure, a congresswoman, no less, and here's the deal. This is like a coworker, right? Like, can you say this shit? Like, Tony, me and you work together. Can I say shit like this to you if we work together? No, my ass would be fired. Like,
no, well,
it's like, hey, there needs to be a little bit of civility sometimes. Like, I absolutely I'm disgusted with Ilhan Omar. I hate her policies.
Oh yeah.
I'm very judgmental on a lot of things she does.
Yeah.
And a lot of things she says. I think she's very hyperbolic, and she throws a lot of fucking weird shit out there that's not true, including a bunch of Rittenhouse shit that she had retweeted. Right. But yeah, there's like certain lines you don't cross, and you're talking about her.
Well, Ilhan's a very interesting case because remember how it was Marjorie Taylor Greene. She lost all of her committee seats because of some comments she made, and even on some Twitch panels I've been on, they all say
she's been very anti-Semitic, and
when the Republicans take the control, they're going to do the same thing to Ilhan.
Good night.
Thank you for watching, Tyler.
Good night, Tyler.
God bless, man. God bless. Thanks for being here. And yes, people like him are super fans and help make this show possible. Tyler, thank you, good sir. But yeah, so I've even heard folks on Twitch panels, which is kind of a lefty platform.
Yeah, You like what I did with that, Lynn? I did a Tom on Tom.
Tom on Tom. But anyways, they've even said that, oh yeah, the Republicans are probably going to go after Ilhan Omar for things she said in the past and try and do the same thing that because that's what I said, because they were thinking about, should we just kick Marjorie Taylor Greene out of Congress altogether? And I said, no, I think losing her basically committee seats is probably good enough, because otherwise you're telling the people, because otherwise what you're telling the people of Georgia or in this case, the people who voted for Ilhan Omar or anybody is like, basically, what you're telling them is fuck you. You don't know what's best. And we great, high vaunted, liberal minded folks know what's best. And we're just going to replace them with who we think is best. And that's, no, that's not what, that was kind of, that's the antithesis to all that America is about.
Yeah.
Did she expect her to answer?
Okay, so Ilhan Omar did like respond. She had several tweets, but one, she was like, whenever Bobart sees me, she puts her head down, doesn't say a word. A double entendre.
Double entendre.
Oh
my god.
That was painful. That was painful, Tom. Okay, yeah, we'll get to the apology that she had here. So Ilhan was like, hey, like when I see her, she puts her head down. She doesn't say a word to me. This is like, and yeah, well, it's like, did Bobart get caught up in like playing to the crowd? Because she was saying it in front of a room of a whole bunch of people, and maybe that's what she thought those people wanted to hear. I don't know. I only watched part of the video. I didn't hear the reaction from the people. But I probably should have before bringing this up, but I didn't. But
hello, naughty word council communist.
Let me finish my beer and head home.
That's quite the name there.
Yeah, that is.
Grab another one and join in on the comments.
Like that sounds like an album name for like a band from like 2009. You know, naughty word. Hello, everyone. We're Dread Spot, and this is our new album, Naughty Word Council Communist.
It could be worse. It could be like a Rage Against the Machine, which is kind of raging for the machine right now.
Oh God, yeah, they are raging.
Yeah.
Fuck you! I will do what you tell me. Fuck you! I'll absolutely do what you tell me.
Go ahead.
Somebody needs to revoke that band name.
Right.
Like, no matter what you think of their politics or their music, like, you just revoke the name because it is just not true anymore. Anyway, so Lauren posted, I apologize to anyone in the Muslim community I offended with my comment about Omar. I have reached out to her office to speak with her directly, which is commendable. A lot of bands wouldn't do that. Or now I got bands in my head. No band, just a trucker. Fair enough. So that's commendable if she is actually trying to reach out personally to apologize. That's probably more meaningful than a tweet.
Well, Jesus, yes.
Yeah. I don't know. On principle, I would probably, extend the hand, but politics is fucking deep right now, and the fucking trench warfare you're seeing right now. This was like a dirty shot that was fired, and it's like, Phil, you always talk about turnabout's fair game. Like, was this a shot from the right that was like, ooh, do you extend the hand on this one or not? Or is the left going to say, well, guess what?
Commend you for it. Like, you can extend the hand all you want, but they're not going to commend you.
Well,
so
it's like,
it's all she can do, though. It's all she can do now is go, fuck, I screwed up. I'm sorry. I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
There's a great video, and it's on Cracked on YouTube, and it's called "If Presidential Debates Were Honest." And there was one, and it had all of the people that you normally see in a presidential debate, and it had President Junior, like, hello, you should vote for me because I have the same last name as other previous presidents. And then there was the one like beige candidate that has no idea, that's just happy to be on the stage. And he goes, and now I'm going to extend a kind word to one of my opponents, which will somehow be construed as weak.
Yeah,
that's a part of American politics. And when you're saying, do you take the handshake? I don't like, unfortunately, it just in today's politics, it just makes you look weak. Unfortunately, I thought the response was like way over the top, but I had to give it A+ in persuasion when AOC shot back to Ted Cruz like, you almost got me killed the other day. Like I thought, like, oh, like it or not, that got attention. That was A+. Like, her abilities with social media and her abilities to use it is why I keep saying, like, even when we had Falinor on here, he was like, oh, we'll take out AOC, won't be politically viable at all. And I'm like, no, AOC, folks, you ignore her at your own peril. And I think no, AOC is going to be around for the rest of our lives if she doesn't become president within the next 15 years.
Oh yeah, she's a shoe-in to take Nancy Pelosi's job eventually.
Oh yeah.
Here's what Tony was talking about. The strange saga of Lauren Boebert's pro wrestler paternity case. The gun-toting Colorado congresswoman rarely mentions her father, but in a trail of YouTube comments, she and her mother have singled out one man, 1980s journeyman tag team specialist, Sweet Stan Lee, or
Get
Stan
the
Lane.
fuck out of here.
Look at Phil. I don't know if it's valid.
Sweet Stan Lane.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So here's the quote. This was in YouTube comments from 2008. Maybe you need to talk to your hubby a little more about this, began the comment. He is the one that told my mom she was pregnant, and he is the one who called the house after it was verified by the doctor, begging my mother to abort me.
That sounds like your typical wrestler on the road.
Yep.
That sounds like No Lies Detected.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Because here's the thing: a lot of people don't wrestlers were quite transient. They'd traveled the country, and
That's a nice way to say it.
Yes, and to be fair, they have more than a few illegitimate children in some city that they don't really claim all that much. This was something very normal in the 70s and 80s. It's not good, but it was.
I like how they use the word journeyman.
Yes. Journeyman.
Yeah.
I'm really wondering, I saw when I was looking this up, Jim Cornette's got a take on it, so I'm gonna have to look that up now next chance I get. But my
I remember
good catch,
Cornette,
T.
I remember Cornette talking about it a couple of months ago, and he's just like, he doesn't want to believe it because she's so far right, he's so far left, so he doesn't want to believe that one of his beloved Midnight Express members could father such a dastardly gun-toting bastard of a Republican.
All right, Tony, I have no idea where we're in the comments. It just went whoop on my screen.
This one I have to hit.
I recognize none of them.
Grow the farm up.
Kaylee's found true love.
Yeah, right. Phil and Lauren Boebert, 2028 for marriage.
All right. No, so I think, it's quite on Facebook. Too quiet. Then Lynn said, Phil referencing Cracked. Is this 2008?
They still put out videos now. And yes, I fucking love their shit.
Phil, and I saw this video on E-Bomb's World.
Yes.
I don't go to E-Bomb's World.
KOE's a wrestler's love child. He wishes.
Right.
Oh my God, I remember E-Bomb's World, Cracked and Napster and LimeWire. Yeah, I remember all those.
Dude,
yeah.
Napster and Cracked is now a YouTube channel where they put up new stuff.
Yeah.
But Napster and LimeWire, that was like having unprotected sex with the internet. Okay, that's like when you were downloading something on LimeWire, you were just fucking playing Russian roulette with your hard drive.
Clay and Giant Gonzalez. Oh my God!
Flattery will get you nowhere, Tom.
I cannot think of a more unappealing human being.
Somebody call my mama.
Wise than
Somebody call my mama.
Brodus
Oh my
Clay
God.
and Giant Gonzalez.
Now, Giant Gonzalez is not exactly the best wrestler that there ever was, but so yeah,
I'm just
Tom.
thinking in
But
Jim
I do got to
Shearer.
give him credit. Like he had to look up, I'm sure he looked up all right, top 100 worst wrestlers of all time. All right, Giant Gonzalez, throw him in that list.
Yeah, I don't think it was worst wrestlers. I think it was fuggliest.
But no, do you guys remember when we were like, all right, folks, here, we've got the Big Bucking Empire, which is the WWE of the podcasting world, Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, which is the WCW of the pro wrestling world,
Right.
KOE Nation, which is the ECW of the pro wrestling world. We got Tomfoolery, which is the Juggalo Championship Wrestling of the podcasting world. And Tom was just on the show, what does that mean? And Tony's just dying, God damn, Phil, fuck you a little bit.
You don't know how hard you just got slided.
Yes,
But
yes.
they have a
And so that
loyal
was
following. They have a loyal following.
Yeah, we looked up top 15 worst wrestlers
go.
ever. Now, actually, Brochus
Otis
Clay is
Clay.
the current NWA television champion, and he takes it onto his Fox and Friends show, The Five, all the time.
Oh my God.
He'll sit there on the panel with the belt over his shoulder, and no, I respect him.
That's cute. You think I know who those people are? Hey, just Google either of them, and you'll see that is a dank insult.
Actually, I guarantee you've probably seen a picture of Giant Gonzalez before.
Oh,
Just
Giant
a picture of
Gonzalez
him.
was fucking just a monster of a man. He was like,
Yeah,
what,
he
8 foot
wasn't-
tall.
Yeah, he wasn't good in the ring. He was like 2 inches short of 8 foot tall.
Yeah,
And they put him in that
Insane.
all hairy like bodysuit, and that's like just one of those weird pop culture images
with
that lived on.
airbrushed ass crack.
Yes. Apparently, that was
WrestleMania
necessary.
11. Or no, 9.
Yes,
9.
I was about to say 9, the worst one they did. But
Little Caesars outdoor WrestleMania. Everybody wore a toga, and Giant Gonzalez had an airbrushed asshole.
yes,
Holy
yes.
shit.
What?
Really?
What the fuck happened to this show?
I don't know. I
Pure genius.
I don't know. I don't even know where.
it's
we
another
were.
night where the chat kind of took over, which
They
is
did.
okay. I'm
We-
okay with it.
This has been a hostile
take
takeover of the Dog and Chicken Show by the Dog and Chicken Show fandom, and also a raid from the Tomfoolery Show, which we do appreciate.
It
And
does
it's
it
also
does
Fridays.
allow me to like save some content for other things that I might want to do later. I'll preview one. We're not going to get into this because this is way too long of a conversation to be had. We're gonna pull up the conspiracy charts. If you haven't been on Twitter yet, you may or may not
All
have
right.
seen some of this.
I saw this.
So the left made one, and then the right made one in response
this'll
to
Oh,
do
there's
it.
a
good.
response. Yes.
Oh, so this is going to be all in good faith.
Oh, this is gonna be beautiful.
Absolutely, everything's in good faith these days. Phil, you know this.
There's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of love and understanding
There's
and empathy
literally
going
nothing
around
in
here.
good faith in 2021.
Here, let me. I almost got it ready. There we go. I downloaded the wrong one at first because I'm a boomer too. Okay, here we go. Fuck me, this is gonna be great. All right,
Wow.
let's
Start with the
pull up.
Let me get my
yes.
glasses on here. Jesus.
I'll zoom it in. Hold on.
Thank you.
Let's start with things that actually happened.
This is the left.
Yep.
Okay.
So MK Ultra, Free Britney,
Mm-hmm.
Free Britney.
right?
Starting strong.
Free Britney. Like, yeah, that's at the bottom. Like, that's at the very foundational core. Okay.
Things we have questions about. Epstein. Even the left goes, yeah, something's fucked up with that Epstein thing. Denver International, JFK assassination, Jimmy Hoffa, some pretty based ones there. Unequivocally false, but mostly harmless. Prince Charles as a vampire. Tupac is alive in Serbia. I didn't know it was in Serbia.
Oh, Serbia specifically. Okay.
Avril
Lavigne replaced. Greta Thunberg is a time traveler.
Michael Jackson still alive.
I love this one. Ted Cruz is the Zodiac killer.
You do love that one.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder isn't blind.
I have.
Ooh, cringe.
Kylie Jenner is a clone. Credit at Topology Cryptids. Oh,
Okay, so dangerous to yourself and others. Some of this shit, I don't even know what it is.
I don't either.
Chemtrails. How is chemtrails dangerous? Unless it's real, it's not dangerous to really anybody. I know people who believe in chemtrails, and they are not dangerous people. They just think that some weird dust stuff's falling on you. 5G is toxic. Again, these are just crazy people that really aren't doing any harm to anybody, not even
moon landing
themselves.
is fake.
If anything,
dangerous,
the people that believe in 5G and thinks 5G is toxic, that just means they're never going to upgrade their phone, which is probably a good thing because most of them are fucking boomer idiots anyway. Like,
Wait a minute.
am I wrong here? Like, it's not
Looks
harmful.
like this is the right one.
But I'm
This is
looking
going
at I'm
right.
looking at this and it says jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams. Are you sure this is the
Yeah,
left?
I think you got the right wing here, chicken.
You
Because
just
Soy
wait.
Boys, Phantom Time, Iraqi dinar, global warming hoax.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I might.
Ivermectin cures COVID.
Let's- No, because that's the conspiracy theory. That's the left is saying that's a conspiracy theory.
Okay.
Because
Tomfoolery admits.
if you look at the one from the right, it gets
we knew it all along, Tom.
way better. The one from the right is way better. That's what I'm getting at.
All right.
We can get into some of these stories.
Okay, now I see it. This is what lefties think of.
Yes.
Okay.
Here's my favorite.
George Soros.
Demon. You got the deep state, Pizzagate, Illuminati, Holocaust denial, Bill Gates, depopulation,
Cultural
Hollywood.
Marxism.
Hollywood is turning your kids gay. Hollow Earth.
Crisis actor Pizza.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
New World Order.
Some of this shit's just funny to even mention, let alone talk about.
Sarah.
Like I said, some of this shit I don't even know. Like I think the left's more into some of these.
I don't want to
than
know what Google's going to start
say,
kicking me in their ass.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't look some of this up. Like chicken's nipples are so hard. Like,
they are.
prospect
You
of
have
new
no.
conspiracies.
You have no idea how hard my nipples
Oh
are with
shit,
this.
we're blowing up. Hang on. We got Iraqi dinner scam. We left diners standing in Iraq.
No, we just kept bombing their rubble into slightly smaller piles of
Oh
rubble.
God. What,
Here we
okay.
go.
What
Here's
do
the
you got here?
response. The things that actually happen, the right will agree with. Al Gore won.
No.
No.
Garage door noose.
Oh my God. No. Jesus. No.
P-tape.
So this is what the right thinks. The left will agree. Like, so what? Oh God.
What?
Leaving reality. No, Mayor Pete is 1,000% CIA. Okay.
Russian
Like,
collusion. Steele dossier.
Well,
2
yeah,
weeks to slow the spread.
leaving reality. Yes.
Unequivocally false, but mostly harmless. Taiwan isn't a country.
What?
Jim
Oh, God.
Jim Crow on steroids. Elizabeth
Ruth
Warren
Bader Ginsburg.
just
Oh my
wear
God.
two
Just her in
masks.
general.
Just a trigger, like a
Fiery,
bold
but-
3 letters.
Yep.
Fiery but mostly peaceful protest, and most importantly of all, in the middle, Kyle crossed state lines.
Fiery but mostly peaceful protest falls in the unequivocally false but mostly harmless.
Just wear 2 masks.
Just wear 2 masks.
Okay, now we're getting to
The point of no return. These are the dangerous to yourself and others.
God.
the Fine People hoax, which I've covered very heavily.
Yep.
That is actually one of the. I would put it even higher because here on the left you want like the Fine People hoax is one of the most dangerous lies told in
Yeah.
American politics. You're trying
Which
to
one?
tell half the
It's
country.
partially how Biden got elected.
Well, yes, he even said that was the reason he even started his campaign, which is actually based on a lie. And
one?
The Fine People hoax. He even said in
Oh,
a
yes,
speech, when he
yes.
started his
The
campaign.
Charlottesville. Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
which that's a horrible lie to tell. That they're saying that the president of the United States was praising horrible people like this when he really wasn't, and
No, it was
he
effective.
actually. But and that just goes to show it's like almost a Mandela effect or like a mass hypnosis.
Again, we could do a whole show just on these, and maybe we will. But
I'm ready.
I just wanted to preview some of this.
Oh, you just wanted to fucking go from 0 to 110 canceled. Gotcha.
Yes. Systematic racism. Highways are racist. 12 years to fix climate change.
what?
Joe Rogan takes horse dewormer. Made it on here. Yeah,
Fuck
baby.
yeah.
Palestine. It doesn't say anything else. It just says Palestine. That's fucking trigger words. That's all this is.
Just take this booster.
Okay, here we go.
Republicans want to defund the police.
World ruled by supreme shadow elite promotes hatred and violence towards marginalized groups. These are the worst of the worst. This is MAGA country. Border Patrol whips.
Oh God. Yep. This is MAGA country.
Biden
Child
is fit
care
for
is
office.
infrastructure. Oh God!
Like-
It's got the fucking emoji.
But where's the world being oh Jesus, world being run by shadowy elites? I thought that was something that like both sides pretty well agreed on. Like they just
I
don't
was gonna say.
agree on who the shadowy elites are. Like yes, your robeness. They just the left and right disagree on who's under the actual robes.
I need to ask Tom about this one. Biden inflation is transitory.
Yes.
Tom
Sorry,
no.
that's a yeah.
Tom's our expert on.
Antifa's a myth.
Antifa's
1/6 was worse than 9/11. Oh my God.
Ooh.
Stacey Abrams won Georgia. Menstruating.
Stacey Abrams won Georgia.
People. Go back.
Yeah, there's some folks that still won't let that go.
Menstruating people.
Yes.
Yep.
What?
That's a whole different. That's a whole different ball game.
You don't watch my time on Twitch very much, do you?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Phil, you need to watch, or Tony, you need to watch Phil on Twitch more.
It sounds like I fucking don't.
That's probably fair.
It sounds like I don't. What the?
But
fuck?
yeah, like
here, okay, here. Let me just say this real quick. And you guys flip me shit for being a moderate.
Well, this is more fun.
No, you motherfuckers are lunatics. Oh my God. Maybe I'm the only sane one after all. These people are, oh God. Oh.
Yep, T. Welcome to being sane in an insane world.
Oh,
Nothing you can do about it. Welcome to it.
Chemtrails and Lauren Boebert.
All right, I got two stories to wrap up the show. We got about 25 minutes left. I think we can get through this.
Can you mute us all?
Oh, God damn it.
Please don't.
No, please.
Like
no
I said,
more.
like Prime Kai's, if you put $400 in, we shut the whole show down.
Yeah, you can do that. Jump over to Facebook and $400 worth of stars, and we'll just hit end now and call it a
we'll
night.
see you next year in 2023. Yeah.
No, we'll be back next week, but we'll shut the show down tonight. You know, that's the way Prime Kai's does it on his show. So, you know, I figure, you know, he's got a pretty good show. I mean, it's
Base
no
Todd.
dog show, but we'll.
Base Todd. Tom's Biden cope continues. Hey, politically provoked. They
how are we doing there?
They run a good show. I like that. I like that
Oh yeah,
show.
I really like watching their panels.
Oh,
They have people from all over the place, and it gets
Yeah.
fucking. Oh, good God!
No,
And
Justin,
it
don't
gets
do
fucking
it.
contentious. So I really like a politically provoked show,
Yeah,
and
it is
introduces
fun to
you to new
watch.
content creators.
It does. It sure does. Okay. Let's see. Let's jump into this one because this is the one. If you haven't heard yet, you sure will. New Botswana variant with 32 horrific.
Canceled.
Yes. New Botswana variant with 32 horrific mutations is the most evolved COVID strain ever and could be worse than Delta. As experts says, it may have emerged in an HIV patient. Be scared. Be very,
doesn't
very
sound very good at
afraid.
all.
No, it doesn't. Okay, so only 10 cases of the strain. Now, this story is old, so this is, I believe, so it says it was updated on the 25th, but I believe there's up to 100 cases right now because this one only says 10. I believe it's actually in the UK now. So 100 cases in Africa and Europe. We have shut down travel as of today to certain countries in Southern Africa and New York City. Jesus, Brendan. Oh my God. Brendan's like, somebody said COVID or vaccine?
I'm back.
I'm back. You guys ready for another
But now,
strike?
there's something
I'm
I
here.
really wanted to touch on real quick. Grow the Farm Up said, let's examine what the word moderate means. Do you moderately believe in the Constitution or moderately believe in the First Amendment? To me,
That's
I
a
always
question for
say-
Tony, to be fair.
Well, no, like to me, I always ask whenever you're asked to moderate or compromise. To me, sometimes compromise for compromise's sake is not a good thing. When you have, and if good compromises with evil 50%, then you've just given evil a 100% victory because you've in some way legitimized it. In any compromise between food and poison, death is the only profit. And so sometimes compromise for its own sake is not worth it. And yes, politically provoked, fucking A right. And
Yeah,
thanks for being
absolutely,
here.
Todd.
And says the guy who can't remember what I say more than 2 minutes. Tom, you're going to have to be way more specific. That could be a lot of people here.
Now, I forget what I said 2 minutes ago. To be fair, Brendan Roy is a dog. Even grabbed the treat bag, ears perked up. Yeah, exactly.
What?
Yeah.
What? Hey, hey.
Yeah, it's like,
So, all right. So we got a new
squirrel.
variant
Where?
here.
Yeah, new variant. This one's the scariest of the scariest of the scariest. It's got 32 scaries built into this one. It carries 32 mutations, many of which suggest it's highly transmissible, and they put vaccine. Okay, they did say resistant, and has more alterations to its spike protein than any other variant. So. Okay, so like there's one side of me that goes, Jesus Christ, here we go again. This is the scariest thing since the scariest thing that's ever been scary. But then there's like I'm seeing the way they're reaction. Remember when Delta came out? There was kind of a reaction to it, and they wanted you to really be afraid of Delta. But they really didn't do anything about it. And most people got Delta, but they didn't really test people to see what kind of strain they had. Most people were just like, oh, you got COVID, so that means you probably got Delta. That's literally like how most people's lives went. You honestly didn't know what strain you had. They weren't testing, huge swaths of the population for the strain, maybe in small areas. So now you have to be scared of the scariest thing since the scariest thing of the scary thing that happened, 18 months ago. So, but I'm hesitant here, and I see the reaction, and I'm like, they're like New York City shutting down with 100 cases worldwide. It kind of makes you go, okay, is there more to this? Like, now, granted, I haven't read all the news, which unfortunately, the news is what it is today. So it's hard for some of us to really pop up, or actually read through it and trust a lot of what's being said, depending on where it's coming from. But maybe there's something to it. I that's the main reason I wanted to bring this up, because I think it's worthy of discussion. Like, we went through the whole COVID Chronicles since the beginning of March 16th last year. We started doing all these lives and chronicled what was scary, what wasn't scary. That's how we met Tom, for Christ's sake, just on a random COVID Chronicle stream. What's your thoughts, Phil? Could this be the next big one? Could this be the scariest, most deadliest thing out there? To me, I'm assuming we just don't know shit about it. It just looks really infectious, and we don't know what it's going to do. So that's why they're taking precautions. That's my state of mind where they're coming from.
To me, it does have the potential because it's a mutation, and it was and we have to thank Jon Stewart, because he now made the lab leak theory even allowed to talk about on social media. Like, if it wasn't for Jon Stewart, we wouldn't even be able to say those two words next to each other. But yeah.
Yeah.
Normally, novel viruses don't jump from one species to another and then become the most infectious virus that the modern world has ever known. So there's that going on. And now that it's mutated again, who knows what direction it could take. But if it is bad, we will know Christmas, it will be the Grinch that stole Christmas. Or the other possibility is just something to keep in mind. This does capture the imagination. They found the perfect fear potion, the perfect fear verbal spell, if you will. COVID plus AIDS. COVID plus HIV, COVID plus the diseases that we've all been very scared of for decades now. It's immediately going to capture the imagination, regardless of what you think about it. Grow the Farm Up says, I love the scary nuclei virus pics. Who can sketch the scariest COVID molecule? It is missing a snarling, but hey,
I'm sure I could add to it.
But yeah, so we've got this new variant, and we've got several variants now that are going pretty big. And like I said last year, this is something that we're going to be chasing for a very long time.
They're calling this one the Omicron, which sounds like a fucking villain from Marvel.
The what now?
It's called Omicron.
That does you will not defeat Omicron.
Yeah. It's you need to get vaccinated against Omicron. I can already hear it. There's going to be superhero commercials about this, trying to fucking get people to take another jab. So what is Omicron? That's Greek, right? Is that a Greek? So. It's a Greek letter, I think. I've heard it before.
My head. But.
I've heard it before. I'm pretty sure it's Greek. I have to look that up.
Oh man, and I think that might actually be a Rittenhouse callback joke. I'm not sure. Grow the Farm Up. My novel coronavirus. Oh my God. Allegedly. Oh dear God, don't cancel us.
Did somebody say vaccine?
Yeah, Tom Foolery Show says there's over 1,000 variants and only a couple that the vaccine doesn't help. But yeah, here we go though. It's kind of the brave new world that we're in, where we're constantly going to be chasing the next variant for at least the next 5 years, and probably much longer. So it's an unfortunate reality that we're in, but here we are.
Can chat somebody? People in the chat. Let's.
Kind of true.
If you were gonna name a future variant of COVID to make it sound as scary as possible, put it in chat. What would you name the next scary COVID variant? What would the name be? Right now we got
Voldemort.
We got Omicron right now.
I'm going with Voldemort. The Voldemort strain.
Oh, that's like you just like fuck off. You just cut everybody's heads off with that one. You're just like, yep, I win, bitch. You just spike the fucking football like.
No, somebody's gonna have a better one. Like somebody's gonna be like, no, the Tyrannosaurus Rex strain. Like, ooh, nice.
So here's the other. It's coming. New York Governor Kathy Hochul, I think that's how you say her name, declares state of emergency in response to new COVID variant Omicron, halts elective surgeries in hospitals with limited capacity as Biden bans travel from 8 African countries. That racist. This was xenophobic like a year and a half, 2 years ago. So she declared on Friday disaster state due to COVID levels being at a rate not seen since April 2020. So she did it because of the rate, maybe not necessarily. She has stressed that the new variant Omicron is not yet found in the U.S., but experts believe only a matter of time, just like COVID was originally. Let's see. Okay, I don't know where he left off in comments, but both these assholes just took off on me. We'll go through. Let's see. I'm not sure where we left off in chat. So Tom says, if people were vaccinated, variants wouldn't keep happening. You can't vaccinate 100% of the population, and especially in some countries like Africa. What was it, like the northern half of Africa? Like a huge chunk of those countries had not been vaccinated, but they are also not spreading or getting COVID. I like that. That's an easy assumption to make, and it's easy.
To know.
It is hard to know. It's easy to think that way. It's easy to see how studies would tell you that, but you don't have evidence to the alternate theory of that. Of if you did 100% herd immunity, we have very few cases of that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't take it, Tom. I don't take it at face value. Is that your COVID disease, Justin? Is that what you were saying there? KOE? Is that what you'd name your COVID variant?
Because the
Hillary strand.
Ooh, Heather.
That's a fucking scary one right there.
I think
that
you might have a W right there.
Just call it Hillary Clinton and the righties would get vaccinated. Wow, that's a good reverse psychology.
Wear masks to prevent themselves from catching the Hillary Clinton. Now, this is actually pretty funny. I remember when they were saying that, if
clever
you get the vaccine,
sassafras, clever.
If you get the vaccine, you might actually shed vaccine proteins. I thought, that's brilliant. You're going to get the anti-vaxxers to mask up because I don't want to catch the vaccine. Holy shit. Like, I thought, that is brilliant reverse psychology, but they didn't go whole hog with it. So that, like, with small
base Todd says the new COVID variant is Omicron, which means small o, which derives from an, which means the I. Dude, that's fucking creepy. God damn it. Now my little conspiracy fucking little eye in my brain's like going, what does this mean? Damn it. Grow the Farm Up says, virus, you got this. Stay home. Do the 5. Elbow bump. Oops. Thanks. OC. Socialist. Shelter in. Wash hands. Wash hands. Wash hands.
That's a little long.
Tom says, we don't need 100%. What do you need? What do you need?
He gets the little. He gets.
He says 75 to 80. Of who? Of who? Everybody, or you want to include children in that? That's an important distinction because it was 70. Well, it was 60 to 70 before, and then it jumped up, and then we didn't include children. That now we're including children.
Well, Chicken, there's something I want to inject here. Wow, there's a
sweet and sour sicken.
That was not an intended pun here, but just a thought I want to inject here. This is something that I came up with last time we had a poultry-free episode, and I said we have 2 new cultures that are arising in America, and I define it as the easiest way to put it is the maskers and the no maskers. You can go from there and extrapolate from there, but we all kind of get what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And this is something that's dividing families like I've never seen it before. There are families that always would get together that are not getting together over this holiday season,
Refusing,
over the mask, the vaccine, or no mask, no vaccine. And we are now having two entirely new cultures develop in America. And it's going to change families. It's going to change gatherings. It's going to change traditions. It's going to change everything going forward. Because like when I go to some really big cities, everybody's masked, everybody's distancing, everybody's like, oh my God, don't fucking touch me. If you accidentally like cough for a second, they look at you like they just shoot you the biggest stink eye you've ever seen in your life. And then you come to like some places like, smaller towns out here in Nebraska where like I can go to a movie theater, I can go into a restaurant and order whatever I want, and you go into a big box store and nobody's wearing a mask, nobody's doing anything. And it's just two entirely different cultures that we now have manifesting here in America. And I'm wondering what your thoughts are. Like, where do you see this going?
I don't think it's just two different cultures. I think it's actually different classes is what you're starting to see. You're seeing different classes of people when it comes to employment. Some people are unable to get a job due to no matter what you think of the vaccine, like this there's a lot of personal boundaries that get crossed with some people, and a lot of standards get pushed. And I don't blame the people in general for not getting vaxxed or getting vaxxed. I blame the government for doing a fucking terrible job. Maybe not even the government's such a fucking widespread fucking group of people, but like Dr. Fauci's presentation.
Whoever the fuck is in charge at the moment, and nobody can really answer that question.
There's no shit. There's a wide swath of people that you could probably place blame on, but let's just for instance, let's go after Fauci, okay? Just as a one person. Does very few people really it was on Twitter, I think yesterday, there was like more people would want to invite Joe Rogan over for dinner than Fauci. That's a real thing. Fauci comes off as this like ignorant slut. He really does. Like, he just comes off like, I know more than you. I'm a scientist. I've been doing this for 40 years. I've been working for the White House. Just trust me. Trust the government.
No,
and then you have all your... Well, you have all your friends that have been like, hey, I'm telling you for like the last 20 years, the government's been fucking you. And then you see this Fauci guy and he goes, kind of looks like he's fucking me. Kind of sounds like he's fucking me. I think I'm going to trust my buddy over this fucking Fauci guy. Like, he is a very unlikable person to the lay human. The lay American that's just wants to know, like, hey, like, how does double masking make sense? And he never explains it in a coherent way that everybody can understand. It's a horrible attempt at trying to explain science to the lay American. And yeah, I fully blame a scientific expert that's been in politics for fucking 40 years. He knows what he's doing. And this is obvious. If he's been around this long, working for every single administration, he's seen how fucking shit's happened over the years. You can't tell me he can't fucking produce a better message to get all Americans united, for a vaccine against a deadly virus. If that's really what he wanted to do, if he wanted 80 to 90% of Americans to get vaccinated, do you think he could have come out with a better message? I could have. You could have. Anybody in our chat could have.
Like, here's the thing. When you're talking about how Fauci comes across as like the guy that would call you in for having one person over the limit at your Thanksgiving dinner party because, like, well, you're only allowed to have 10 people.
What's Michael Malice always say? He's like, you're the type of person that would turn in Anne Frank and then brag about it on Facebook.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Now, Tom, you said 76% of Americans are confident in Fauci, just like
Which
those
ones?
polls elected Hillary Clinton in 2016. We all remember that. So
yeah, and Phil was so upset about that one.
Oh, you rotten no good man. Base Todd says Fauci experimented on dogs, yet Tom and others sing his praise. Like, yeah, that one when the dog people got turned on Fauci's like, oh shit, he might.
That's something you don't do in America.
The dog people, like like that. That's the one of the few things that crosses party lines in America is dog people.
I saw lefties like memeing like, oh no, what are you gonna have? Keanu Reeves come after me? But like, there's a reason that, like, that movie really went after the whole they killed his fucking dog thing, because there's like a special place in a man's heart for a fucking dog. Like, you know, maybe not all men, but masculine men for sure have that special place in their heart. For Phil, you have the smallest farm dog in the world, right? I remember one night he got lost in the cornfield. Mm-hmm. You like, I could hear it in your voice. You were like, it was almost like a girl broke up with you. A girl that you love broke up with you. Like, that was the tone of voice you had. You're like, I can't find him. I've been out here looking for an hour. I can't find him. But like, that's the emotion that a lot of people have with specifically men and dogs. A lot of people have that type of emotional connection. And then when you have Dr. Fauci fucking experimenting on dogs, these same guys are going to be like, fuck that dude. Fuck that dude. It's an emotional response. It is, but you can't override that a lot of times. And the left's brains like can't connect because they're all emotional and it's just like fucking short fucking shit. Like, it's just like,
I might have been a little emotional when I found my dog. Maybe just a little. Yeah. But yeah,
everybody is. We're all guilty.
Oh wait, I wanted to hit. Heather said, I would have trusted them more if they said, I don't know, versus making things up. They have changed their facts so many times now. This is something Scott Adams said, which I thought was fascinating. And, you know, I put a lot of stock in what he says. He was saying that, you know, the people who have taken one vaccine or another and the people who have not, both of them have made a choice. And they're not 100% sure that they made the right one if they're a smart person. Okay, like, because there could be, did you take the right vaccine? If you did take one, if you didn't, did you actually make the right choice? You're not 100% sure if you're right or not, but both have made a choice. And that's interesting. Me and Tom will forever fight the 2016.
Okay. You've been
election.
Jumping all over these comments. If folks, I'm sorry if we skipped over comments because Phil's just like up, down, left, right, all over the place. And Tony's the comment guy, and he fucking abandoned us.
All right.
That son of a bitch.
Justin Chris says, it's Friday night. What you doing? I'm watching the Dog and Chicken Show better than the news, and I get drunk at home, which, you know, that's
cheers, fella.
Yes. To Justin Chris, the Yanked Up podcast. Tom says, I'm not shilling. It's not my opinion. Just helping you guys find. Oh, sheesh. Tom.
Well, I'm going to keep looking, Tom.
Just don't pat yourself on the back too hard there. Tom Fuller, the polls are right about Hillary. Yes, and we all remember how the reign of President Hillary Clinton went. She won the popular vote, which that's never been but guess what?
That's not the standard.
And the polls state by state were wrong. They had Hillary up in Wisconsin by 11 points 15 days before the election. They were wrong. It was political.
It sounds right to me.
Politicized, weaponized propaganda. That's what they are polling. They weren't polling anything. No, they were polling state by state. So, but Tom, we will fight this till the very bitter end. Triple Commie says people trust Fauci from Brendan Roy. Yes, Tom.
I believe him. I believe him.
Yes, Base Todd, if you don't know, Tom is actually, he's not a commie. He's not a double commie. We have determined that he is a triple commie. And to be safe,
I still claim he's a quad commie.
No, he's a quadruple Marxist. Do you see? He's a triple commie and a quadruple Marxist. So just be careful.
Be sure to like, share, folks. God damn it, while we're here.
Based from Grow the Farm Up. No, you haven't been. You've been misquoting me. Tom, the idea that now Todd,
proving it over and over. Okay, your definition of proof might be different.
Brendan Roy, he's a pretend doctor. Nice. Grow the Farm Up. Base Todd, how do you find the time? LOL. Base Todd at Grow the Farm Up. I have to outsource a lot of it. Well, you know,
fair enough.
Ain't that life? Justin Chris, like Barbie doctor.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Just Brendan Roy, Justin Chris.
Exactly.
Only less real.
Yes.
Tom, just helping where you can, Tom. God bless. God bless. Tom.
Tom does mean well. He does.
They got a state wrong. I mean, the polling was wrong. And that's just one state where it was by 10 points. And we're going to say the polling was right. I'm sorry, but Phil KOE just basks in the glory. But hey, sassafras.
Yeah, Barbie would be much hotter. Yes, I agree. Octo Kami, could be a father to Octo Mommy. The words rhyme, so it's proven YouTube science at this point.
Shit, yeah.
Based. I agree.
Tom might be able to break through the algorithm with that one. I'm the Octo Kami trying to hit on the Octo Mommy. And then that'll be just, Can
we copyright that, Octo Kami?
God, I don't know.
I don't want Tom to steal that from us. That's a good one.
Well, we did
grow the farm up. Get on that. Like you made it
at first. Like, I don't think a lot of people don't really know this, but they assume they have to get some kind of copyright. But here's something that a lot of folks don't know.
Phil's got to get factual now. Well,
no, like Scott Adams did this on his podcast one time. He just drew a little thing and there you go. There's just a little character that I drew. And I don't know if you know this, but yes, that is now your intellectual property. Okay. You don't have to file all this paperwork to do it. Like, if you can have a verifiable original work of it, that is yours now. And so it doesn't require the same level of paperwork that you do for a business patent or some sort of proprietary information.
Tom says, I show me saying the opposite of what Todd says. I said on video, it's a low form of proof. I know, shrugging shoulders.
Okay, so you and Todd are
oh, here we go. They're going back and forth. Put him up. Tom on Afghanistan equals wrong. Tom on the border payments equals wrong.
Oh, snapshots fired here, folks.
Woo!
Tom steals material. Okay, when I did I just said it one time. It's Tom Foolery Show, the fastest growing show on YouTube and Twitch. And then, to his credit, he every week now is welcome to Tom Foolery, the fastest growing whatever on YouTube and Twitch. And I was imitation's the sincerest form of flattery. And look at Chicken. Look. He's come such a long way since.
I know. He's doing good. He's 550 subs on YouTube right now. I'm proud of him, honestly. Give him shit all you want, but hey, all the power to you, bro. I'm happy for other people.
He's overcome some pretty heavy fucking odds too. So
and he's got to stream 8 hours a fucking night after working all day. So I
give him that. That's.
Fucking props for the hustle. I know what you're doing in your job, and then fucking jumping on that. That shit can't be easy. Cheers, Tom. Cheers. Yeah. I know we give you a lot of shit, and we don't always agree with you, but goddamn it, I respect the hustle. Respect the hustle.
Grow the farm up. It's mine. You may use only big buck and use as neat. Yes. Tom Foolery. Intellectual property is based. Todd debate Tom. Sounds like they've done that once or twice. Sassafras too easy from base Todd. Damn. Okay.
Justin asked what happened to Tony. Let's check on Tony. Let's get that back up here and let's go.
I think we should take a drink because it's fair to say the kids did interrupt the show.
Yeah, I think it's fair to assume everybody at home playing along. Let's have a drink. Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead. Phil, you were on a roll there.
Base Todd, I challenged him last night. Oh, so there's been a challenge thrown down. Tom Fuller Show, I didn't make a claim on border payments. I just read your source, never made a claim. Interesting. And then Tom's throwing us the sign. Cheers, Tom. Tom Foolery, you have no clue how hard it is to keep all the babies satisfied at the same time.
All the babes satisfied at the same time.
Babes. All right.
Yeah.
You should change the title of the stream to the Tom Foolery Roast. Oh,
okay. We could do that sometime.
Oh, we could definitely
I got a lot of old footage of Tom.
I was about to say we need to do that. Sometime have Tom on the show, and it's if you donate stars, we mute Tom for X amount of time, and we each just take turns roasting him. I didn't have.
Well, it's kind of like
I didn't have the glasses
Phil.
on. Sorry, but yeah, but no, we would have to find it. It'd be great. Cause Tom, it would just be fun to just do a Tom roast. And Base Todd goes, call me for the roast.
Reach out, Todd. Reach out, Todd. Make sure, we can connect after this. I'm assuming you're in Tom's Discord. Maybe I can reach out to you on there. I'm in there as Big Buck, and we can, yeah. We'll roast Tom one of these days.
Wait till I hit 1K and then we reveal the shirt off show with.
Oh my God, Tom, you don't want to do that.
You really don't.
Like, you want to get to the point where you can actually fucking monetize on YouTube, and then you want to just ruin that too. Like, you want to, like, okay, I got, I blew up on Twitch and I had a whole bunch, and like, oh yeah, I made affiliate really fast and I was making partner, and then, some stupid comment got me fucking banned on there. Oh, God damn it. And then, okay, I made it on fucking YouTube, like one of the hardest platforms to hit fucking 1,000 subscribers on, without like fucking, being a friend of somebody that's fucking got a shit ton of people. And then you want to play that episode? That's like suicide. Don't do it, Tom. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Let us do it on the Dog and Chicken Show to get some clout. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to anybody. That's fucked up.
Yeah. It was an interesting evening. It was.
It sure was.
Having a chat.
How's your Snapchat, by the way?
Oh,
Tom will know what I'm talking about.
Oh God. So that was so that happened. Good Lord Almighty.
All right. I did have one other story for Tony, but he's not here.
Save it.
But it's a really good one.
Oh God. If it's sex robot related, you kind of have to save it.
It is sex robot related. I have to save it because it was a story he originally had brought up a while back. It's a follow-up to one of his sex doll stories. There's been a massive update. So stay tuned next week, folks. We'll be back Friday night, new time slot.
Yep. Now, Chicken, are we doing a post show?
I mean, I can for a little bit, but not for very long. I really didn't plan on it.
See if anybody comes. I want to chat with a few folks. I hope John
I'll throw one up.
But while you get that ready, folks,
go ahead, Phil.
I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us this evening for the Dog and Chicken Show, episode 115, Black Friday. I am the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcast cower, your king of extreme, Phil KOE, the prince and potentate of the political parlance, the emperor of big bucking empire. One damn handsome man, if I do say so myself. You can find me at KOE Nation on YouTube, KOE Nation on Twitch, KOE Nation on TikTok now. My kingdom expands. Yes, KOE Nation, folks. That's where you need to be. You can also subscribe right here, Big Buckin' Empire, for all of your KOE content and the Dog and Chicken Show as you need it du jour. Folks, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Check out Tony G at Tony the Rod 2.0 on TikTok and the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast. You might even be able to find me. If we don't have too much of a post show, I will probably be back live again, folks, just to say hello to all of you beautiful people. And also check out the Tomfoolery Show on YouTube. Definitely, it's his main platform. And also West Lynn 4 on TikTok. Also, you got to do Grow the Farm Up on no, you cannot have volume reduction on Phil KOE because you need every bit of the sweet summer sounds that are my voice. But also, if you're into sustainable agriculture, carbon sequestration, eco-friendly farming, check out Grow the Farm Up on YouTube. Also, check out Yanked Up Podcast and also Dog and Chicken Show on
Dad's
YouTube.
Worldwide.
Dad's Worldwide, Dad's Intercontinental, Dad's Foreign and Domestic. Yes, Dad's Worldwide on YouTube. Yes, folks, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. I hope to find all of you back here, happy, healthy, much the wiser. God bless. This has been an amazing Thanksgiving weekend for all of you beautiful people. It has for me. I hope it has for you. Chicken, all of you beautiful people, take it away, sir.
Hey, thank you, Phil, as always. Thank you all for joining us tonight. It was a really good time. Posted the link in all platforms. If you wish to join the post show, you click that link. You can do it from your phone. You can do it from your laptop. You can do it from your iPad, wherever it is. If you are doing it from an Apple product, you have to hit the little the little share button and send it over to Safari in order to join. You don't even have to turn your camera on. You can just turn your mic on, or you can just mute everything and dial in the private chat and talk some shit while we're all talking shit. It's kind of an extended show, but we can get a little bit wilder. We do record it, but usually we don't post it unless there's really an epic moment. Usually just end up deleting the whole damn thing unless there's something really wild and crazy that we should keep. But there's a lot of stuff that we should probably just delete that happens in those post shows. But it's always a good time. Yeah, most of the time. Just need to delete that stuff. I don't know what happened to Tony. I hope he's okay. I'm gonna have to check in with his wife. I'm sure she made him go to bed.
Ouch.
I'll call her. Be like, But Lindsay, can Tony come out and play?
Lindsay, can Tony come podcast? Please.
Yeah, my wife meanwhile, my wife's upstairs like, are you fucking done yet? You said 2 hours. It's 2 hours and 8 minutes and 50 seconds.
Oh, Lord.
Happy Thanksgiving, folks. It's been a great time. We'll see you on the post show. As always, appreciate you. Love you. Bye.
And see if it just smooths itself out.
Tell you what I'll do if I ever get back. I promise to refabricate you, raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost, we gotta take it down. Let you down slow, it's hard to survive.